guys, welcome back to those of you who have been following my journey, and to those of you that are new, I'm Juno. I moved to LA to be a star, but I have a confession. Okay, it's not as easy as I thought it would be, and a girl's gotta make that cash money, so I have been doing some weird side jobs, and boy do I have a story for you, and it is crazy. So I grew up on princess movies. I've always loved a romantic fairy tale. I may have never been in a relationship before, but whatever, I live vicariously through the movies like most of us do. I found this ad on Facebook that said, we are looking for cute, relatable girls to be princess performers at kids' birthday parties. I immediately thought, what a perfect job for somebody who's trying to be an actor, because it sort of falls in line with the whole acting thing. A bit of performing, a little bit of improv, what a perfect gig. I immediately took the job and was so excited to get started, live my dream fantasy of wearing beautiful gowns and a crown and performing for cute young kids. Guys, it was an absolute nightmare. So first party, they gave me some address. Now I still don't have a car. I still don't know LA very well. So on my first party, I was decked out in a nice Cinderella costume. I was wearing my hair pulled up into a nice bun. This Uber drops me off in the sketchiest area I have ever been in my life. I'm pretty sure there might have been some bullet holes on the doors of the house. So I enter the house. The first thing that happens is kids start climbing on my dress. Kids are climbing on my body to try and pull my wig off. Guys, this is my natural hair. Please don't pull it off. And I kept telling that to them, but they were relentless. Then they wanted me to do balloon animals. So my princess party company gave me this giant bag. It's like a swag bag. I thought I could fake it till I make it, but it's a lot harder than it looks. Next thing I know, I'm trying to do face painting. I don't really know how to face paint, and kids are lining up with their angry parents who are pissed off that their kid isn't the first kid that I am face painting. I have never face painted before. Would have been nice to know this ahead of time, but I like to consider myself a pretty decent improviser, so I pulled out the paints and started improv painting. I tried to even make a simple design like a heart on this kid's face, and it looked more like a sad blob. The kids started crying, and then parents started yelling at me because they wanted me to paint their kids' faces first. I was told I wasn't pretty enough to be a princess performer, and then they refused to pay me. Excuse me? By the end of the party, some kid is punching me because apparently I look like a human punching bag. I had finally had enough. I go outside, the sun is going down. I go to call my Uber, and I notice that my phone completely lost service. So I am standing out on the sidewalk, freaking out. I don't know anyone in LA. I'm in a full-on Cinderella costume, and I'm gonna get murdered and dropped in the woods, and nobody's gonna freaking recognize me. So finally, I sucked up my pride, went back in the house, and I found the sweetest gentleman in the whole world. His name was Bloodbath. He had a teardrop tattoo, and he offered to drive me down the street so I could find service on my phone and call an Uber. And I got home safely. So thank you, Bloodbath. Okay, so then the second party, they gave me the wrong address, and I ended up spending more on Ubers to get to the party than I actually made at the party. And the only reason I took this job is to supplement my living expenses here in LA, and LA is freaking expensive, okay? So finally I was like, I have had enough of this job. It is not as romantic as it seems, and kids are mean, and parents are even more mean. And so finally I was like, this is my last party, and I am done, never doing this again. I'll become a rideshare driver instead, even though I don't have a car. Do you see how this princess party gig has ruined me? I'm thinking irrationally. I hit the end of my rope. I was ready to quit this job. One last party, and that was it. So anyway, I show up at this house. It's in the Hollywood Hills, and the first thing I notice is there's this mini horse-drawn carriage outside of the house. First thought, great, we're gonna have a bunch of spoiled brats today. All right, I'll see where this goes. I walk on into this house, and it is the most massive mansion I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, I watched every single movie about LA before I actually moved to LA. None of those houses looked anything like this mansion I walked into. The first thing I see is this superhuman who's so tall and gorgeous, and it is Charlize Theron, you guys. The Charlize Theron, the one who was in Mad Max, my favorite movie of all time. Have you guys seen Mad Max? It is unbelievable. Can we talk about girl power? Okay, anyway, back to the party. I walk in, I look up, there she is, the Charlize Theron, asking me to perform as a princess for her at her kid's birthday party. I tried to be cool, calm, and collected, but fun fact, in case you couldn't tell, I get a little bit starstruck. Nobody tells you before these parties who you're actually performing for, so I just showed up and this was the surprise of a lifetime. The first thing she says to me is, "Hi, would you mind painting my face? I want to show my son a cute face painting. Paint a snowman." In case you guys forgot, I don't know how to face paint. I'm already shaking like a poodle that just fell in a swimming pool. But I pulled out my face paint, and as I'm shaking, I tried to do some circles on her face that kind of look like a snowman if you're squinting from a distance and looking through a hole, maybe. But she was so sweet about it and showed her son and was like, "Look how good this face paint looks." He wanted none of it. He seemed very scared of me, which was great because it meant I didn't have to face paint again. She brought me outside to help greet guests as they were coming in. All these guests start coming in, and it's Sean Penn, Chelsea Handler, Denise Richards, all in front of me. Then they asked me to put on a performance for them. I had to sing for them. I probably sounded like a dead goose, but I tried, and do magic tricks. And Chelsea Handler is the funniest human ever, and I was just losing it. It was absolutely insane. So after going from crappy parties to getting my hair pulled to not getting paid, but at the end of this party, after all of the parties that I had done, it was the first party where I actually got tips. And by the end of the party, I realized, you know what? I could quit this job now that I ended off on a high note and find something a little more suited for me that doesn't involve being starstruck. So that is my crazy, insane, celebrity sighting, weird, odd job LA story. I am completely emotionally and physically drained from being overwhelmed by celebrities. It's time for me to take a nap. But for those of you who just joined me, I love you. For those of you who are back again, I love you too. Be sure to follow me on the Instagram, the Twitter, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.